Okay, so this is the California Cosmetology State Board Practical Examination procedure number 1, the work area and client preparation and setup of supplies. You are going to have 15 minutes and you will prepare, the proctor will verbally read these instructions to all candidates. You will prepare your work area for your client. You will set up the universal supplies you will use throughout the examination. You will also set up the supplies for the following sections of the examination: thermal curling and hair cutting. Plug in your curling iron at this time. You will prepare your client for service. You will be expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will have 15 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 8 minutes remaining. Do not demonstrate any procedures until the verbal instructions are given and you are instructed to begin. Okay, they're going to read that over and then they're going to say you may begin. This is what you will be evaluated on. Disinfects all work areas completely with product labeled in English as EPA registered hospital grade disinfectant. Sanitizes hands with products labeled in English. Universal supplies are labeled in English. Items to be disinfected, soiled linens, and trash are disposed of in a correct manner throughout section. Okay, now I'll show you what you do. Okay, so you're going to be sitting there, they're going to read you the instructions, and then they're going to say, you may begin. First thing that you're going to do is in your bag, you're going to unzip it and get the 3 bags out. Zip it back up. You never leave it open. The first bag is going to be your trash bag. I always keep them in the same order. The next one is going to be items to be disinfected. I keep them in the same order when I'm at school practicing it, at home practicing it. That way you're used to where they are. You're used to where they are. And then this is soiled linen. The next thing that you're going to get out is going to be your Marvicide. You're going to spray down your table, take the Marvicide out and your paper towels out, and throw the plastic bag in your trash. So you're going to spray down your table, keep it held in your hand until you wipe the table down. Okay, now you can set it down. You're also going to get your manicuring table. Out from under your table. So when you're really at state board, this table is going to be about twice as long as the one that I'm using to practice on. So this manicuring table will actually be under it, and this will be longer. Okay, so I already threw away the paper towels that I used the first time, and now I have a few clean ones that are left for this. Now that this has been disinfected, you can set down the Marvicide. I want to make a point that you're also going to be cleaning not just the tops of the table and the manicure table, but the sides as well. So I sprayed it on the top and the sides, okay, and you're going to get all 4 sides. Now you're going to throw these away and you're going to get your hand sanitizer out since you just touched your bag and dirty things, and you're going to sanitize your hands and wrists. Okay, so you can push your table back now underneath. I'm just gonna go ahead and sanitize my hands and wrists again because I did touch that. Also, I just want to make a point that every time that I say sanitize your hands and wrists, you're sanitizing both hands and wrists. So even if I only say now sanitize your hands, remember it's your hands and your wrists every time. And I always tell my students, when you sanitize your hands and wrists, make sure that they see you. Don't just go this really fast. Do it exaggerated up in the air. Make sure that the proctor or the examiner sees you. Okay. So now we're going to get the bag out that's going to be holding your hair cutting supplies and your thermal curling supplies. I'm going to zip my bag back up because every time you open it, you can't let the air touch what's inside or else it's contaminated. So I'm going to zip it back up and I'm going to set, oh, I forgot something. Okay. So I'll sanitize before, if you do forget something, you're going to sanitize before you go back in there, because I touched the outside of it. I forgot my table set. Okay, so I'm going to zip it again. Sanitize my hands and wrists. Okay. Now in my table setup, I'm going to get my water out, my gloves that are not labeled, my spatulas that are not labeled, my first aid that is labeled, and my soap or cleanser that is labeled. Close this back up. I'm going to set that in the right hand corner. I like to keep my hand sanitizer in the front so it reminds you to sanitize your hands. And put my marb aside and my soap, my water, everything with a label. The labels need to be facing forward. They need to be facing you. Now, the first aid kit, the gloves, the spatulas, I would have them up against the wall standing up, but since there is no wall, I'm just going to lay them down. And don't put things in front of each other. Make sure that they're all next to each other so that the proctor can see the labels. Okay. So, you have your curling iron. You can go ahead and plug it in now so it has time to heat up. It cannot be more than 1 inch in diameter. So make sure that the barrel is not more than 1 inch in diameter. It can be less, it can be 3/4 or a half, but not more, and it can be 1 inch, but not more than 1 inch. So I'm just gonna set that down, turn it on, plug it in. Okay, never leave bags up here. So we're gonna take everything out of the bags. And I'm being really careful when I throw things in the trash bag not to put my hand in the trash bag. If you do, it's okay, but just make sure to sanitize your hands right away. So first, you're gonna be doing the thermal first. So keep the thermal supplies closer to you. And remember, you only have 15 minutes to do all of this. Okay. So I'm going to have my towel, my combs, my clippies, and my testing paper out. And then I'm going to throw away this bag that it was in. You don't need to zip it back up to throw it away. Just throw it away. Now I'll have my hair cutting stuff out. Throw away my hair cutting bag. You know, at first we'll set up a towel to put your dirty shears, your dirty combs on. I'm out of space, so I have to fold mine up a little bit. But at state board, you can put it out, sprawl it out really nice. So I'm just gonna set up my combs, my clippies. Now my shears and my razor are in bags, so you wanna take them out of the bags. Since you disinfected the table, it's okay to set them on the table. So it's up to you. You can set them on the table or you can set them on your towel. and we're gonna throw away these in the trash.